So hi everybody and welcome back to this Unreal Engine 5 full game tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 10 and in this video we want to implement our widget which we created in our last video. We already created here the design, here, and we also added this one to the viewport, and we put this, for example, in a game mode who start our widget and add it to the viewport. So, and in this video we need to implement these buttons because these buttons need functionality. And let's get started. First of all, make sure that this two buttons has this is variable. This is only for that you can select them here on this side, and if not, it's depends if you use it or not. So also select the play button, and here in the designer side you can also go here to the details panel and then scroll down, and here are also events which you can use. For example, these events are on click. What happens when you click it or press? You have to read in the description which one you have to use on the desktop version. I go for this demonstration with on click now. It's probably for desktop version. And let's see, but one more thing, this is designer tab. You can do the same thing on the graph tab too. So I switch from designer to graph here on the top, and then you can see, because I have selected them is variable, I have here in the variable section, when you see that, I have the same buttons here as well, only with the names which you have specified here in the outliner, right, in the hierarchy here. Okay, and then you can select here the play button again. Here's my bit in play, and on the right side in details you have again this events, but you can see you have here less options, and the reason for that is because all the designer options are not included here, just the basic for the implementations. And here you can select on click as well. Let's do this now. I click on click, and then this event pops up. This is our start node, and this node says when on this button is clicked, what should I do? And what we want to do is, we have added this one to the viewport. Our widget is here when I start this one. As you can see, I want that when I press exit, for example, or play, when I play, it should start the game. When I press exit, we should leave. And this functionality we have to implement. All right. So, which means when I press on this button, then this node will be fired, which means activated. And from this one here, I have to remove first the widget, because you see at start we have this widget, we want to remove it. Okay, how we do this? There are different ways. One node is remove all widget, which means any widget which you can see here on your screen will be removed. This is the lazy way. But this is not all time optimal. Why I mean it's not optimal? Because perhaps you want to only remove one specific widget. Let's say you have a main menu widget, which is just a little text, and you have a play widget, for example, a gameplay widget. You want to only remove the main menu widget. Then you can also use something like remove from parent, right? This is, you can see it's in the widget option section. Here are the widgets, and there's remove from parent. And if you use this one, then you have to specify this widget here. So here you have any widget here. But in my case, I make the easy way here. This is only when you have more widgets. In my case, I don't have more widgets. I have just one widget. So I use remove all widgets. So just for a little bit ease. But of course, remove from parent is better in general. So remove all widgets. This is, you can see from the viewport, in the section viewport, remove all widget, and that will erase all. Again, to make straight line here, select all, press Q on your keyboard if this is your shortcut, to make it more that it looks a little bit better. And let's go on. So this one removed all, and then we have also do the same thing what we did in our last video with the controller, right? We have the mouse. The mouse was only focusing on the UI, and the mouse was visible. All this kind of stuff we want get rid of this time, because we want go in play, which means I want not that the mouse I want that the mouse can select the gameplay, and it's also not visible. It should be the character who I'm using. So what we do is exactly that here. First of all, we start with get the player controller again. Get player controller, because like this player controller is controlling what I do with the mouse, and I say this time again set input mode again like the last time. Instead of UI we select game. It should be now go into the game. So, and then that's for this one. And then you can also select here the mouse cursor should be not shown in game, because you can, when you go in game, you can still show the mouse cursor, and we don't want that because we want that the controller is the character, for example, in our case. So that's why we deactivate it. But it's the same note here. It's again this one here, this variable, which is show mouse cursor. You can see it's a bool variable actually, and we set it again. And this time we uncheck it, because last time we checked it to show it, and this time we uncheck it not to show it. And that's it. And if you want make this one here straight line, double click to make a reroute, and then you have this one, and that's it. That is exactly the thing what I have done. And then you can see this one and this one is the same, so I put just this one here down, and then you just write a comment as well if you want, like all time. Select all, press C, comment, and then you start something there so that everybody knows this one is okay, it works for you. So that's all for the play button, and then we do the same for the exit button. But the exit button has here a little option. Again, you select exit, you go here, you can go here down again if you want, select here plus, or you go here to the graph, select your exit button here on top, go here to details, here on click, zack, and then the exit button, we can just leave the game, right? We want just leave the game, so we are stopping the game, right? And there are two options. You can already see two nodes. This node is new quit game. This is a special node, and this quit game, which they built in Unreal Engine, they have even here a little bit options. You don't have to quit game. You can set it anyhow to background. I have never tested this one. It's interesting, but normally this is one way, and the other way, which is a little bit more powerful, but only because you are using console, because that's the first way. This is, let's say this is the standard way, and the console is the more advanced way. You can call console command, execute console command, this one here, and I don't know if this is, I don't know if this is working in the final product, but I think it should work, because console should work normally all time. I was only a little bit confused because it said this one is in development. You can see, let me show you this one again, console. So you can see they have put it in development section, and normally things in development section, yeah, but I think this console is still active in the final product as well. So in the console command here is very powerful, because there are commands, and these commands you have to watch in the description in Unreal Engine 5 console commands description, and one of them is just quit. And this console command will be executed when this is fired. So you can see, you can choose one of them, both have the same effect. This quits is just a node which is implemented in Unreal Engine, and this is our console, one of these console commands which is quitting the game. All right, that's it for this one, and you can see I write it again here. I did this already. Let's use this quit, normal quit. Again, select this one, press Q to straighten up, and then write this little comment here. They'll select the color here again, which you want, so that the color is says okay, and that's it. So this is very basics, of course, and if you want to make a little bit more complicated things, like let's say options here, the options are a little bit more advanced, because in options you have go to and select music options, perhaps setting up this one. There you need a special tutorial, and audio options or other options as well. But these are the absolute basics, and from here you can build up to more at once. And for my little mobile game, that's enough. And let's test this, of course. We have to test it. We have implemented this. So let's go start. I play, and indeed I'm in my game. I can control the camera and my character. And yeah, let's test exit as well. Of course, we have no in-game widget. We have to implement this later. So in-game anyhow to make an escape or something like that. But right now we have just this one, and let's test exit as well. You go here, I select exit, and I'm out of the game. So far so good. All right, that was it for this little video. And of course we will continue with our team development as well, and you can see yeah, some really basics things, very good. And like I said, if you already know this kind of stuff, go and try to improve, try to make it a little bit more advanced techniques, try to use this kind of stuff and so on. All right, if you have any questions, like all time, write in the comment section. See you in the next video where we continue. Have fun, don't give up, and bye.